Innovative.
Hey, it's your boy Young LA, the real Young LA. You already know I'm with my nigga Cool Ass Camp.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the WB Morning Show. Hope y'all ready for the wake and bake.
Hey, if you ain't already got your champagne and your orange juice and made your mimosa, you got to have your blunt, man. You know what I'm talking about, to start it off. We got us a good guest in this motherfucker today, man. It should be a funny one. Let him know who you is, man. Talk to him.
What's good? It's Tony Grams. Follow me on IG at Tony Grams, TONY_GRAMS. What's good? Happy to be here.
We got you up early, man. You came in this motherfucker with that still face, man. You got going, man. What's up with you?
2 hours sleep, nigga.
What you been up to, man? What you doing on a late night like that? You a creeper?
Low key, dude. Working after hours shit and handling shit, and then in between just be up smoking.
Sound like you
That
never
nigga said handling shit.
Hello.
Okay, like
Shit get real.
Especially they ain't paying you to handle shit, so it's like you gotta handle shit sometime after hours. Like, you know.
Yes, sir, man. Shit, I've been up all night too, man. We was
Up all night like Too Short.
You did. G5 had a show last night. We was at the new
Shout out G5.
club called OC11.
Is it an
cracking
OC?
in that motherfucker. Definitely in the OC, brother.
How was that though? Was they like the police? You know?
Nah, they ain't bothers. Everybody was in there. Hella people. Lil Veda performed.
Oh, for real? What?
Yeah, one of that. You already know.
He was fucking it up.
Yeah, it was cracking.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's super dope. Yeah.
What's up with my nigga Cam, man? How you been, bro? I ain't talked to you in a while, man. We had like a little 2-week fall off real quick just to get everything in order.
Oh yeah,
Little
and
baby
I
hiatus.
definitely, I wanted to make this the day where I said, all right, we starting a new month, we gonna go live, and now we treating everybody to the,
Live.
coming correct with the WB Morning Show,
That part.
and we here. So
Yes, sir.
That's right. Happily.
So let them know who you are, Tony Grams. You know what I'm talking
Tony
about? We know you,
Grams.
but we
what do you do? Tell us.
We
I do everything. I be handling shit. No, I do comedy, stand up, podcast, host a show, innovative comedy, shit, everything, voiceovers, a little bit of everything. Working on some sketches with certain people right now, and coming up with some shit. And it's a little bit. It's mostly comedy, but that's like what I. And then on this platform, we on the innovative culture. You know.
sir. You do the comedy show.
We got the Wake and Bake show. That's the newest edition. We got a bunch of shows on here now. But
Yes, sir. Where you want? Where you join at?
Man, I ran out. Low-key.
Oh, damn.
I had to sit it down next to me so it didn't just fall over.
Go on and refill your shit, man.
Thank you.
Man.
Libations.
Yeah, man.
It's like,
what you got coming up next? You got any stand-up comedy shows coming
I got
up?
a show.
I know you've been hosting the all of the
little events, and I did
the Zaga, the one we've been doing with Zaga. What's it called? The Spring Fest, the Summer Fest.
Yeah, that shit. I got to open it up. And that was a dope ass shit with you, and we had everybody there. The food, the vendors, Slink, the performances. Like what was it? What was it, dude? Barbecue. Barbecue was dope. That barbecue dude was dope as fuck.
He's from New Jersey.
I like when people can be different, and it's some shit that you wouldn't be on or be with, and then but it's being done perfectly, and it fits, and it don't seem. That was shout out to Barbecue. That was dope as fuck. But that whole event. That was I've done shows since that, but that was the last biggest one I've done. And then I got on June 21st with Young Beeve. I'm doing the comics show, and that's in Commerce, City of Commerce. I'd like the flyers. It'll be on my page. It's on Beeve page, but you can see Young Beeve. He be on Fools Gone Wild. He just had a show with Duno, I think last Friday, or like a week ago maybe. But he's like popping that Laugh Factory comedy store. He doing this shit improv. So he hit me up. I thought I was a shout out to him because he hit me up randomly. And was like, yo, bro, you funny as fuck. My wife think you funny. Hey, can you do my show? He hit me up 2 months ago to do it. So I hit him back last week just to make sure. I was like, hey, you. He was like, hell yeah, thank you for remembering. So that's just I think it's his special, but I believe it's like his wife's birthday too, so it's gonna be like a big event. So it's gonna be dancing, DJ, shows, steakhouse type shit. It's cracking.
Yeah, that's lit.
That's gonna be super cracking. So I'm gonna be doing little shit between there, open mics and.
Yeah, no. Sometimes when you open up the show, it don't be so easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
you gotta warm niggas up.
You
pause,
definitely. That's a good role to have. Everybody needs somebody to open up the show. It always start off kind of slow, smooth, and then when a nigga come in with the comedy shit, it crack that motherfucking ice.
Even when you warm up a comedy show, it's like.
That's
like,
even more tougher.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Slink one day. I was like, man, let me warm up Pimps and Kinfolk. Yeah, that's just people we just be chilling, smoking. You know, he come back, he'll just get on my head like 30. You know, like everybody cameo say something, but it's usually I was like, man, let me just walk around and here and there and just like do some little bothering people and shit. And I used to watch Alex Thomas do it on the Jamie Foxx show.
Hell yeah.
Like Jamie Foxx used to warm up the crowd for Jamie Foxx show back in the day when we went like a few times when I was younger. And that's I first seen, not realizing that was Alex Thomas, but he was like the warm up.
Funny,
super fucking funny.
Ain't Alex Thompson from L.A.?
He from Loki he's from my area, like the other side of La Brea, but then he grew up pretty much in the same area as I did. So I always looked at that as no matter where you from, when you from the same area, it's like that. You see a person make it, and it like that's dope. So I always just
it's possible.
It's like literally, and you could be like, damn, this nigga probably had it worse or either better. Either way, he's in that same environment
for sure.
To where this dude in movies with Tom Hanks, and he's done shit from the littlest level of comedy to the highest movie level of. So I was like, when you can do that, that's
a good look.
That's the goal, pretty much. So.
Man, fire that thing up, baby.
Literally,
you got me nervous over there, boy. Hold on to it.
It's a shotgun right here. That's
Yeah, no, that's a good look, man. Yeah, you pretty funny, man. You pretty. Do you do all your shit? What I want to say? What's it called when you don't write it? You just do it off the top.
What I like to do is like. Even when I did music, it was hard. I never would like sit down with my pad and write because nothing would come. When shit just came to me like the most random fucking times, and then I would remember it and either write that down and then go from there when I want to write. So I'd have like 4 to 6 bars already. So with comedy, it's similar. I'll think of shit and I'll keep a topic in my head, and then if I know it's something I've actually experienced, I just go to all the instances of that topic and find the funny shit in that and find what people think is funny in that. And it's kind of like you just trimming fat of what's already out. So
that part.
Yeah, I just kind of the writing. I do like in my phone, I'll write like when I want to say certain shit, a tag. I'll write tags in my shit, but I don't really write whole jokes as far as like
keywords.
And it's just pretty much tags, keywords, callbacks, and just certain little catchphrases. That's kind of, but my formula, honestly, when I get on stage, is topics, crowd work, and like my set jokes that actually work. Yeah. All the time, no matter if there's white people, old people, young people,
you
women.
Gotta have that set of jokes.
And a lot of people they'll just be kind of trying to.
I actually think that's how the niggas know your mama from Slink Johnson started.
I was just telling him I got a homie, shout out to homie Jaime. Jaime like an OG essay, and I see him all the time. Man, what's that dude? He didn't even know like Slink was a homie. He was like, man, that dude, niggas know your mama. Yeah. And I was like, you talking about Slink? I was like, that's the homie. And I show him all that. He was like, oh, nigga, I got to come to a show. But just when it can reach people that's
probably the most natural nigga I know, because we'd be sitting here talking just like that, and he'd just jump right on stage and kill his set and come right back and sit down and talk the same way like he didn't just do nothing. Like, nigga, you just got off on them people. How you trying to act like that didn't just happen?
And that shit actually, like when at the Spring Festival, when I got off, because I used to open, I've opened for Slink, and then we've been on the same shows like multiple times, like a bunch of times. So, but I think he hadn't seen one of my sets probably since like early 2021.
That part.
So we've been around each other a gang of times, and then he's been on the show. Actually, he did the show.
He hosted the show.
He did the special, but that was just one. Like I said, that was just the special. And then we haven't. I've done like a lot of jokes since then, and I did jokes that I didn't even do on the special. So when I kind of did a lot of it at the festival, and he like came up to me after and was like, "Hey, bro, like," or he was like, "I enjoyed your set." So when anybody tells you that, let alone another comic, let alone a nigga you kind of look up to in the game, tell you like, "I enjoyed your shit," and he was like, "No, for real, like that shit was funny. Like I enjoyed that shit," and that kind of like that meant like, so I was like, "Damn, thank you." So that's what I do. It like when somebody, not just somebody famous, but anybody enjoy your shit and can come up to you after and tell you that shit was hilarious.
Do you got some good advice you would give to somebody that want to get into comedy that haven't never did one?
Just keep going and don't listen to the negatives, because
well, let's say not just comedy, like somebody that want to do stand-up comedy.
Get out there, hit the mics. You gotta hit mics.
Just get up there,
even if it's like 2 a week. Like just you gotta like hit your mics until you get like a rhythm. Because I haven't hit a mic in a while, but because I kind of got my rhythm, so I can go without being on stage for 3 months and get up there and still kind of, I'll feel different, but I know people will enjoy it. But I would say just get up there, grind, make and network. And you network by hitting the mics. You hit the open mics and people see you working, let alone that's gonna put them like never not working, low key.
That part.
But when people see, like when you keep seeing the same people at the mics, these are bookers. These are bookers, promoters, other comics. So they're gonna be like, hey, what you doing Thursday? What you doing Saturday? That's how you gonna get on shows. Then when from the work you doing at the open mics, it's gonna show on the shows, because your energy if you're good enough, you gonna carry that shit, and your jokes you've been perfecting in the gym gonna hit in the game. And you gonna pop, and as far as people will see it, and that's the best advice. Just keep fucking grinding on that mic shit and writing.
Stay consistent.
Yeah.
What venue do you look forward to that, like on a LA level, that where you feel like, okay, I'm booming now when I do this comedy show? Is it like the Laugh Factory?
I wanna say when I do the Comedy Store. But I've done I've performed at the Comedy Store in the Belly Room on a Crack 'em Up, but it wasn't comedy. I performed there as a rapper in like 2004. So I'm like, I want to do this shit, and everybody be telling me, yo, that's the type of show it's tailored for you. And I know the promoter, but it's just, I'm still taking my time to just get there. So when I get there, it's gonna be, I don't trip on like, I need to be there today or tomorrow. It's gonna come. So I'm not waiting. I'm still working for it, but that's kind of the Crack 'em Up. It's not even being at any other stage in the Comedy Store. I could do Kill Tony like whenever, but I'd rather do Crack 'em Up, because that's kind of, it's been 19, I think it's 20 years now. The show has the longest running show at the Comedy Store, a Black woman, and it's in the Belly Room, and everybody be in there. Everybody's story about Tupac and niggas fighting, and it was in that room. That's the one. And so it's like. And like I said, I've performed there, nigga. The homie
so you already did it.
Scruncho and some other homies got us, Spanky A's got us some shows there in 2004. I performed there New Year's Eve, the New Year's Eve show in the Belly Room as a rapping with the homies and shit, but never been there as a comedian. And I walk in and the doorman let me in to this day, but I still haven't been on stage there, so it kind of, it's like it don't bother me, but it's still like
you gotta have shit on your checklist, man.
Yeah, it's definitely on the checklist. Yeah, definitely
sure.
Accomplishment, like what, an Xbox achievement unlocked type shit.
Yeah,
that's that right there. So.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Is it any comics that you look up to? Like who your top 5 in comics? Like how we ask rappers that.
I always said Patrice O'Neal.
And who is that?
Patrice O'Neal was like he was a writer. Big dude. You remember the player, the Haters Ball? Yeah. With Dave Chappelle? He was the biggest dude.
Oh, okay.
He was he Buck? No, Buck Nasty was Charlie Murphy.
Was he bald-headed?
He wasn't Silky.
Was he bald-headed?
No, he had like a low, well, he has like a ball, like a low fade. But he had his hat on. He was,
I know he had that
Silky Johnston was Ice-T. I can't remember his name, but he was Pitbull. I'm Pitbull, Roof, that nigga.
So where else did he? Where else did
he was just a great.
He had comedy specials.
A ton of comedy specials.
Okay, yeah.
He'd be on like radio podcasts. He's low key started. Even like Rogan talks about how Joe Rogan says he smokes blunts because of Patrice and Charlie Murphy, because he went on tour with Charlie Murphy and Patrice introduced him to blunts. So like he says that nigga been around forever, but he was behind it. Kevin Hart was like I lived with Patrice while I was coming up when I moved to LA. And we went on tour together. Like Patrice is like a staple but he low-key made me scared to do comedy. When people used to tell me, like, you need to do comedy, I would just watch Patrice's specials and be like,
this nigga
I can't do that. There's no way I could do that. How he would just,
dope.
he was like a big nigga. He'd just be walking around, and the way he talk is like, and he say some shit, and it's just funny as fuck. It was just like effortless. Like, so
who?
I say him, Corey Holcomb, Slink.
Sure.
Niggas like, cause it's like I look at Slink as just like that looks like that's us, my nigga, like up there. So that's like I just look at that as that's us. Like that could be you or me or we've been that person. So it's and I like I don't know, like
R.I.P. my nigga Teddy Ray too.
That was my
for
nigga.
Sure.
Like even low key when I first met Teddy, and we was at an open mic together on Melrose, and my whole shit was like, I hope I get to perform while this nigga's still here, because some niggas just get up and leave. And Teddy was like sitting there, we was rolling blunts, and I got up and I told my first joke, and the first person I heard laugh was, how that nigga Teddy was dying, and I just felt achievement unlocked. Like I was like, and when he left, like he left, he went up and did his shit, and it was about me and Stink was sitting in the back.
Stink or Slink?
Stink. Me and Stink was sitting in the
Stink.
back.
Okay, yeah.
Because me and Stink used to hit the mics like every other night.
Yeah,
so,
I fuck with Stink too.
So when Teddy was leaving, he left before the mic was over, but me and Stink was saying, he like stopped. It was like, hey bro, like you funny as fuck.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you. And then we chopped it up, not knowing we grew up in the same neighborhood. Dan there lived on the same street.
Oh, damn.
But he was about like 9-8 years younger than me. So I was like, I wasn't in that generation of hanging, but he had said some shit, and I was like, yeah, my grandma lived right there. And I'm like, nigga, I used to live across the street. And he was like, nigga, I live down the street. We was just talking one night on some just
small world.
Yeah, and like just we grew up, literally knew a gang of the same people, but
hey, it's a small world, especially when you're doing it big, man.
And you in the same lane. Especially like I feel like California, if you in any lane of hustling, music, or just like working, like really outside,
I don't do
it's
none of
gonna be the
those.
same people.
I don't do none of them three things right there, right? Nah, for sure. But LA is small though. As long as you moving
when
around.
you working,
yeah,
it's very small when you working. Put it like that.
You gonna run into the same people, a lot of the same people.
I mean,
because a lot of them
I realize it's like when I start looking for different people that I know is in LA, you got to go to different type of events and you will find them. Like everybody don't just go to what you expect them to go to. Mm-hmm. I done found niggas that like beat battles that like, man, cause like Dom Kennedy, he a type of nigga like I don't never run into him in LA. But then you start going to different type of shit. Oh, he be here. He just be at that type of shit. You know.
I seen Michael Bivins at Mixed Nuts one night. Just
niggas don't know about Mixed Nuts. That was one of them clubs.
Niggas don't know about the old Mixed Nuts.
I performed at Mixed Nuts a couple times.
They don't
remember.
But which Mixed Nuts? The one on the other side of La Brea, or when it moved on the other side of Crenshaw?
Both of them.
See, you see what I'm saying?
Both of them.
It was both wild.
Both of them.
Both of them was wild.
Capital
too.
B, capital O.
I did a show with
both.
I did a show with Guru at that motherfucker.
That's sick. That's sick right there. That's legendary, right? Just the fact that R.I.P. Guru. That's crazy. Yeah, but I can remember the OG Mixed Nuts, and then that became what was that?
That's the thing about
Comedy Union.
That's the thing about LA. The clubs be changing names so fast. You'll be thinking you going to a new club, and it'll be the same club with the new.
Mixed Nuts just moved over to where Sir Grams used to be on Washington and 10th Ave. So it's like that shit was like, but
and me like being a promoter at one point, you know, that was a couple years to where you see certain spots that get burnt out, and now somebody else will come in and try to change the name on it, but it's the same location,
and it's the same niggas. Like nigga, you knew here. Like you knew here, nigga.
It's like nigga, I've been here before.
Yeah, if you in the streets, you'll know what clubs and got shot up before that they tried to clean up with the new name and the new little. You gotta be careful.
We have security. Like nigga, they had security. Nigga.
It happens. It's gonna happen again. You hear me?
Like nigga, did you hear what happened to the last security? Nigga, you ain't even heard what happened to the last security guards, nigga.
Yeah, man. You got to watch next Friday and see what them security guards go do when they get cracking, man.
Said not on duty.
I done seen a gang of security guards get out the way when shit got real, man.
And I do security too, also.
It's the right shit happen, you gonna get out the way too.
It is, it's like I don't be, but
you
it's
if the right shit
like
happen.
real shit. It's like it's a time when you just shut the doors. And then there's a time where, okay, I'm just stepping out to I got to handle this.
On some rap shit, I used to be getting into it with security guards all the time.
Because they be like trying to bully and intimidate.
Nah, like if you not trying to be professional with the rap shit, you just gonna be a street nigga. You feel me?
I can't bring my weed in here.
Yeah, on some street nigga shit, we really didn't respect security. Professionally now, I always show love to security guards. You know what I mean? But back then we used to get into them. But I used to tell a nigga, you know this club in. You hear me? You gotta remind a nigga, everybody gonna go home. We're gonna still here, be waiting on you, loved one.
We know what time you leave.
Yeah, man, get that shit
tight.
What
Mac Dre say when he's like, that's what I do. When a nigga tell me I can't smoke in your studio, he was like, I'm pulling a nigga head. Like, just both ears down to the knee.
Yeah, I just smoked and all that. That's the bad thing too. You gotta be trying to be politically correct, and I'm the nigga that usually be setting the shit off.
Or I hate when like you can smoke. Have you ever been to a club? This happened to me at like Avalon before, at Club to Avalon in Hollywood. Nigga was in there, nigga, it's blowing. Everybody in the middle of the dance floor at the vendors. Nigga smoked out. And then the next time you come back and niggas is lighting, hey, you can't smoke in here. Like, nigga.
Oh yeah, nah, we did that. This is why we smoke clubs out where they don't even have smoking no more. Something happened to somebody where they be worried about getting sued, or the club would be stinking for like three days, and then like they could have had like a kid birthday party booked. Now that motherfucker smelling like pounds of za.
Like straight up Zushers and shit, nigga.
Yeah, we fucked up a club. We fucked up a few clubs like that though, cause as soon as the club opened, they said smoking. I go in there and book it, and they don't realize there's about to be 100 woods burning at one time.
I thought the Avalon was dope in there. We was rolling, nigga. We was smoking, nigga. Everybody in that, and it's deep. They got like 3 different bars upstairs, down, and then next time they was like, no, you got to go outside. It's like some old walkway. Like, nigga, it sounds like you gonna get mugged out here, nigga. What is
I done brought the whole club outside. They done told us, all right, y'all can smoke in the inside now. Everybody come outside.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you gotta do. Ain't no money being made.
No. Y'all can come back in now.
Like, nigga, I'm gonna pull a bottle out the trunk, nigga. We gonna be in front of the club, nigga, sipping. Nigga, roll close key, they gonna lose all the money. Niggas just gonna leave and go somewhere else.
Yeah, that was my thing. I was one of the niggas that liked the smoking spots you ain't supposed to smoke in.
Same. Or either I just...
Have you ever smoked in the church?
The fact that I got to think about it. The fact that I really had to think about it. I've smoked at a school. I smoked in a movie theater.
Yep.
I feel like I have smoked. And I just can't unlock the memory right now because it's so long ago. I felt like I have. Like in the back.
We smoked in the Staples Center.
Yeah, I ain't did that.
Yeah, we was burnt out.
These is all like achievement unlocks. Every time you name a different place.
But now you got to smoke at the Crypto Center.
SoFi. Crypto.
You gotta like since they upgraded it and changed, you gotta go there.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say I lit one up at the crypto yet.
Yeah, you gotta.
The Clippers shit, you gotta go up in there and do one.
Clippers.
I'm just saying the new one.
I look right at
you know how much that shit gonna cost, bro?
Oh, don't worry about nothing.
I'm just saying, getting in that motherfucker, then lighting up. It's like that's definitely an accomplishment right there.
Intuit Dome.
The Intuit Dome. There you go.
Yeah, I got good people that's out there that's doing like electrician shit and all that. They all working on that right now.
And I have
it's some shit controversial right now because they bought up like Morningside or one of them schools out there.
Oh, really?
Middle school and high school
or something.
And they about to make it to like parking lot. So people like, how y'all gonna buy a high school
fucking
and some middle schools and turn that? But yeah, that's how you know.
Fuck your kids. That's what they say.
Money is moving over here. Yeah, that
kids.
part. It's about that cheddar cheese, feta cheese.
They might turn around and give them the money though to build
that's
another
usually
school.
What they do.
Yo, city already got the money because Inglewood booming now.
They gonna turn it to a private school.
Oh yeah, the rent, all that shit went up.
They done already gentrified Inglewood.
If you in the right spots, you gonna be eating. If you ain't, then you know.
They done gentrified West LA, Mid City, mostly.
Appreciate it.
It's coming through South Central. It's like they moved inward. They moved from like Inglewood, and then they moved from like
Inglewood
West
ain't
LA.
Incorporated. Even people don't know that either.
They just bringing all
they
that
can
shit
change
in.
the rent whenever they want to. They
Same
Inglewood
in
take
West
care of
LA.
Inglewood. Yeah.
Niggas could have voted on rent control.
Yeah, some cities ain't LA County. They own Inglewood, one of them cities.
See, I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, that part.
They got their own police and shit. That's
That
why you
is
see
true.
all these other cities got
like
sheriffs, but
like
they got their own
Torrance.
police
See,
department.
when you wiggling and jiggling, you got to know about certain stuff like
That's
that.
true.
Yeah,
That makes a
you'll
lot of
run
sense.
into a city that's all sheriffs, like Compton.
Torrance or Well, Torrance is a cop city because they live in Torrance.
Hey, you just
a lot
Uber
of
through
niggas.
Torrance. You hear me? I ain't even gonna drive through Torrance. I'm gonna give me a good drive.
And that's the cold part. I hate that I always might.
No, they
jinx
told
myself.
me
I've
don't
never
come
got
through
pulled
here.
over.
Oh,
And
no,
that's
they told me
everybody tells me
don't come
that.
back through here.
Everybody
They
tells
told
me that, and I'm
personally.
like, I've never got
They said, hey,
pulled over in Torrance.
The police pulled up and they said, hey, where y'all from? And I looked at the nigga like, man, we don't gang bang. That nigga was like, see, just because you thought that I meant that, I know y'all up to no good. And I said, oh, yeah, this nigga cold. He was sitting there waiting by the car. I went to like Ross or something real fast. They was waiting on the nigga.
It's a cop city.
That's dangerous.
That's
How
why
y'all gonna wait till I get out the car? This is like some street shit right here, nigga.
That's why when Christopher Dorner was doing the Lord's work.
That's why niggas still be wearing them shirts.
When Christopher Dorner, a true American hero, was doing the Lord's work, and like they had all those cops, they were supposedly on him everywhere, but half of Hawthorne and most of Torrance was on lockdown because people don't know Torrance is not just a cop city because they be out there. A lot of them, that's their city. They live there, so they were protecting it because his hit list, the majority of the cops lived in like ass into Hawthorne, beginning of Torrance. So that's why when they shot the old ladies that were delivering the paper, that was Hawthorne. Then like that's like Hawthorne and Torrance got that reputation.
You just got to be careful trying to be a real nigga in Torrance. That's all.
It. That's all.
It.
Just keep it moving. Just push through. Because I've never, like I said, knock on wood, but I used to go to the Bluebird to get lottery tickets, nigga, because that's where everybody used to hit. Become millionaire at the Bluebird liquor store in Hawthorne. And when you go there when the lotteries is up, nigga, the line be like down the street. But they don't know if you just get like an orange juice or a blunt, nigga, you can just walk up to the counter and get your ticket.
That was the first time I was ever sitting in the car. They ran my name and the gang file. It didn't pop up. That nigga
Then he didn't just put you on it?
Oh, he start the car over and reset it. Like, let me try this again. I think my computer ain't working. I said, wow, this is hardcore right here.
Crazy.
And then when it didn't pop up again, he was like, nigga, what do you have never been like? I'm like, yeah.
That's the coldest thing a cop has ever done to you? Or
Oh, nah. You know, we get real. You know what I'm talking about? I was just talking about in Torrance.
okay. Yeah, like
there specifically, I got a ticket for
that's cold though. Like, let me start my car.
That nigga restarted it.
Like, your
let me try it
computer is
again.
wrong.
Yeah, you got to be somebody.
That's crazy.
they gave me like a fix-it ticket for something, but I was parked in the parking lot. So it's like, how could you?
That part.
Exactly.
You just left the ticket on my windshield under the windshield wiper.
That's a
so
good
I
one.
come back out, you know.
You ain't never heard a nigga say they got a nigga sit in the parking lot.
That don't even make sense. Like, I had a nigga try to pull me over. Well, he did, but it from the other side of the island. Like, nigga driving, he raced down the island and like came around. It was in Culver City. Culver City is the same thing. Like
Same play.
Same thing as like Torrance.
It's like they got like a little brother and sister thing going on.
Especially because it's always said it's like the ass in Inglewood or the back.
Lennox.
All exactly.
Yeah, all that little area.
All that shit is like they have a real like.
But you get into Culver
feelings
City
for
and
black
you got
people.
like the studios and shit like that too.
That's when you
know?
come out of West. When you come out of Midtown, you come down Washington.
Hey, shout out to all the good police though. I know
Yeah,
it ain't that
it's a
many.
bunch of cool, like-
it ain't that many of y'all, but you know.
The fact that we know niggas' names, you probably know the niggas by name because they was
Shout
in
out
the
to the
neighborhood.
ones I ain't gonna say every time a nigga bump into the police, they always be trivy.
Because I've had cops tell me too, like,
I'ma
well, we
say
ain't tripping if you
90%
ain't
though.
tripping. Like, if you would be an
90%.
asshole, we got all day to be an asshole. I'm like, nigga, you don't want to stop me. I'm walking, nigga. I'm walking to the store. Nigga, just hitting, it ain't that intense of just bothering motherfuckers when they just minding their business and ain't committing crimes. So
Hey man, it's hard being a real nigga nowadays, man.
it's almost against the law.
Especially if it's like a couple of y'all at the same time.
That's real, man. That's like that's a gang.
There we go.
Like you a gang of real niggas.
Somebody gonna come. They'll come slide through and see what's going on.
Bunch is a real nigga.
What y'all doing over here, man? Is everything okay? I got a call. It was a nigga with some black shades and they just
Dial,
you.
motherfucker.
He had a hoodie, a flat
Yeah,
top.
they gonna name you.
He had a
shit you got
flat
on
top
right now.
and a beard, and it was just he looked like a suspect. I'm sure I've seen him on Good Morning America.
Gotta be you.
Saw this nigga on Good Day LA. And that's
Gotta be
like
you.
that's the thing. Is like if you just no matter what you do, so you might as well do what you do and be good at it. Shit.
So since we talking about comedy and we about to wrap the show up, I'm
Yes,
fit
sir.
to plug this real quick. Slink Johnson used to be a rapper, and he was signed to Too Short back in the
I
day.
peeped that.
His name was Slink Capone.
Cold.
And I got a show coming up with Too Short June 13th. And Slink Johnson gonna be up there like a special guest with me. So everybody that's gonna pop up to that show, you hear me? Here go a little jewel for y'all. We gonna see how Slink Johnson, that motherfucker, just roaming around
That
like
nigga
a real
be tearing
nigga,
it
man.
up. He gonna be up there.
Hey, but we gonna have to wrap this show up, man. We appreciate my nigga Tony Grams for coming through.
Always. Thank you for even having me. Shit.
Always a pleasure, man. It's been another one, man. Y'all stay locked and loaded. The motherfucking WB Morning Show, and the WB stand for the Wake and Bake, man.
That's right.
I'm with my nigga Cool Ass Cam, though. He don't say too much, but he say something, it's gonna be a gem, man.
Yeah, I'll be
Coolest
right here.
motherfucker on the
Tap in
planet.
with me, Cool Ass Cam. Tap in with Innovative Culture, and be here every Monday. WB Morning Show.
Hey,
Yeah,
take
out
them
here.
on out. Tony Grams, let them know what it is, where they find you at. and all
Tony
that good stuff.
Grams. Follow me on IG at Tony Grams, TONY_GRAMS. Follow Innovative Comedy, Innovative Culture. Follow everybody, China White, DJ Punch, Chef Zaga, Cool Ass Cam. I got my show June 20th with Young Beef. Follow my story. You'll see all the flyers. You'll see the flyer for the Too Short and Young show. You're going to see all that.
You gonna see the
Some
June
funny shit.
22nd invite only pool party.
Oh, yeah, that's cracking too. Oh, yeah.
You
'Cause I
gonna
might have
see,
to hit that before work.
June 29th with Keep It Vertical and Milk It Media. They got the sound
Milk It Media.
What's the name of it? The sound treatment situation, something to that extent. What's it? Okay, see, we got Punch in the house. He gonna get me together, bro. The Lifted Experience, you know what I mean? And then we got a show with 310 Baby too.
Oh, that's dope.
And I might be performing in Jamaica, but we ain't gonna worry about that.
Hey, this
That
nigga,
part.
yeah,
That's
right by the beach.
Right near the beach, boy.
You know, I ain't Jamaican.
Why would I
I'm
wear
just
this hot?
faking mine.
Why
You hit
would
me?
I wear this hot
Y'all have a good one. Stay locked in with us, man. Hello.
all day?